What's up, peeps? For those of y'all, let's actually intro this correct. Hope you guys are all well. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. What's up, my one-ons? I just wanted to run through some stuff really quick. This is probably going to be one of the quickest gun walkthrough videos you guys have ever seen me do. I'm not going to pull down the weapons. We're just going to briefly talk about what's inside them, what I've done currently to them, and just keep it stepping. Because I've been talking about trying to show you guys the breakdown of the custom 3.8 and also the new carbine kits, because we spoke about it last season. I did have them, but the current 3D printer guy was just, the long and short of it was, he was trash. He was cool, but he was trash at his job. Like, they just kept on breaking, he wasn't taking feedback, etc. But we recruited somebody to 1-0 boys, so big up man like Petronel, yeah, or P as I'm gonna call him, sure. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Hi cappers, y'all know I spend a lot of time and money on these things, and to be honest, it's become my platform that everybody knows me for teching, which is quite interesting because I started as an AG man. Very weird, right? But yeah, it is what it is. I just wanted to show you the 3.8 pistol because you guys have never seen it in this custom format, and I did have a lot of negative things to say about it prior. Even on the last game day, bro, I almost smashed up the gun. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I just couldn't get none of the upgrade parts to work in it consistently. However, I've gone back to some stock settings similar to what I had last season, so sticking with the Vosk nozzle, Vosk housing, and just more focusing on customing things like my hop up, my bucking, and my barrel, and same with the lower, like only changing out what I need to put in a metal hammer, a better sear in there, a better trigger, spring, and all of these kind of things. And bro, she works like amazing. You know, I actually shoot her now. Yeah, she works amazing. Like, if I'm allowed to aim up without pissing out my neighbors, yeah, I can't aim up through the camera. You know what I'm saying? Very lethal thing. And if you notice, if you want to double tap that trigger, it will start to sound like full auto, as you just heard right there. Very nice weapon. Turned out very well considering. It did come with its problems. I also do notice when the mag gets low, it likes to double shoot, so do keep an eye on that if you're like me and you tend to customize this platform, or you do choose to customize this platform. I would actually advise people just buy a 4.3, buy a fucking 4.3 or buy a 5.1. I've customed those things for 2 seasons, no problems. It's when you go down to the 3.8s, and the one thing I will say, Vosk custom shop, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what the fuck you doing. Like, honestly, it's like everything I touched that you guys have touched is trash. The only, well, tell a lie, the only thing I've touched that's decent is the VPX. That's one thing I till this day I'm like, probably one of the best thing you guys have built. You know what I'm saying? And it's so simple and effective, gets the job done. I've actually got one I'm taking at the moment for somebody just running a basic maintenance, and the guy's had the gun for 2 years and he's never had to upgrade anything. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a biased person. Like, you build something amazing, I will let you know. That was like the EU17. That was decent until it started, until I HPA'd it. So make a Glock that's HPA'able. Do it. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I've done to this bad boy. I've obviously changed out certain things, like a little custom mag released, because you know me, I like customary things. It's green. It gives me, I just like it because it's a bit better, like compared to the, I'll show you the other one quick. Compared to the other one, which is much more smaller, it's just a button. Do you know what I'm saying? Which, it still works, bro. That's what I've got on my kit gun. It works, and works pretty well, which is the one that originally came out of the 3A. But I just like it's comfort at the end of the day. It's having the ability to know, wherever my finger is, it's accessible because of its size and where it is. And if I wanted, I could turn that to be down here. Say I had a longer finger, or my comfort position was down here, but mine tends to be up here. Like, I just rest it close by while my trigger finger is active, which is why I've got it there. So yeah, so that's why I'm showing you this. It's also HPA'd and runs pretty bloody well on HPA, and looks pretty cute on HPA. May I do say so myself. Like, tell me that don't look pretty good. And because she's so small as well, it's like with the HPA kit, you're looking at it thinking, I ain't gonna do nothing until I shoot your ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because I've had many games where we're playing against people, and halfway through the game you hear them on their way out of the arena because they're like, yeah, I'm done getting shot by that thing. And the thing is, it's a 3.8 high capper. So, and some of these players got big boy guns, so it's quite funny. And I'm not running above, like, if you guys notice, this is why I always show, well, not always, but sometimes show when I go on chrono, because I'm running lower than the average pressure. Like, the sights that I play at is 310 HPA, 330 AEGs, and this is running to, I'm setting it at 70 PSI, getting maybe about 260, so I'm way under, and they're saying this, so it's very interesting. But story for another day. Let's keep it moving. What I actually wanted to show you, the star of the show today, is this bad boy. So for about 2 seasons, I've been talking about kit guns and carbine kits, and you guys see me go through it on the channel with the whole Glock carbine kit thing, but it just didn't work out very well. I'm not going to go back into that story. Y'all can watch the videos and hear what happened and see what happened and see how I got on. Because it was great bits, but there was also some very trashy, annoying, frustrating bits. However, we have found a kit that works. I have tested this kit extensively. I'm currently waiting for the part 2, which is why it is multicolored, because I had where is it? I had this one on the back of it, which, if you notice, matches up. But my guy basically printed out the new back end that I wanted. So it's the same thing but better quality, and with a few minor adjustments from the feedback I gave him about the last one. I also wanted a stock change, because like you see before, I was running a much longer stock bar, which meant that my stock, even at collapsed capacity, was still quite some far way out the picture. So yeah, we made that adjustment, which gives me the ability to run it pistol / SMG very comfortable, as well as shoulder it and still have a pistol ability to see from my red dot, which is, it's just really cool. It's like having an SMG, it's almost like having an MP7 minus the full auto. And the thing is, I don't want the full auto, because you waste rounds and the stability of your shots and all these things. Like, it's all the great things minus the bullshit, basically. You got the front grip as well. It's 3D printed, so it's mad light. You have front chargeability, so the return is very quick. I don't have any kits or accessibility issues. I don't have the safety flick issue that people have, because we've removed that and we've connected the lower into the actual back end. So I'll do that another day and take it down and show you guys. And because it's got a top rail, you can basically mount whatever you want, similar to what I've done, like red dots, whatever you want really, slings, all sorts. I've done different things just to work for me. I've also mounted two back end mounts, if you want to call it that, GoPro mounts, because I noticed that with my front angled camera on my GoPro, on my Diamask, when like say I'm running SMG, when it's pistols I'm perfectly fine, but say I'm running SMG, or like for example the rifle, the Punisher rifle 2.0, the moment I start to grip or hold the front of the gun, my left arm is now covering my sight of shot, because obviously my camera's up here, kind of thing. So I had to find a solution around that, which was just have the GoPro on the gun, because you guys are going to see a lot of the recoil and feel a lot of the recoil. However, you're getting a direct shot wherever my gun goes, the camera goes, which is a good thing in one way, because you guys get to see all the hit calling. So maybe I'll just release a season's worth of footage at some point where it's just the hits from that day, as opposed to seeing running around and all these things, because it won't make sense, because obviously the camera is now on the gun. You get what I'm saying? Or I might just borrow my friend's GoPro and just run dual GoPros. We'll see how that goes. Or I'll just upgrade and buy another one. So we'll see how that goes as time goes on, because I think it would be really cool for you guys to have the option of both. I think the footage would look even really cool switching in between. Might take a bit more time, so y'all gotta be patient with me. But the long and the short of it is, I just basically wanted to show you the kit and show you that what will happen is, because the kit's now ready, I will be ready for release soon. So see this as like a pre-launch, like how Nintendo might show you the Switch 4 before time or whatnot. See it as a pre-release. I'm showing you like this thing is ready and it's durable, it's strong, it does the job, it's light, it's effective, it holds all your stuff securely, like it does the damn thing. So if you guys are interested, put your pre-orders in now, because anyone who pre-orders now is getting a 50% discount. So shout me. There's also, like I showed you before, there's different mount grip options, There's different front end options, there's different spray color options, there's different design options, and there's also different back ends, different lengthwise, widths, whether you want a stock or not. There's also different how do I explain it, buffer tubes and stocks. I don't have the buffer tubes here currently with me, but essentially the long and short of it is basically one of these, just in different sizes. So this is the full size. We do also offer longer ones for people trying to build DMR sniper type rifles, and we do the really tiny ones, which is what I've got on this, I believe. Yeah, which is what I've got on this, which is why the thing is so short. It's literally the size of my hand. So yeah, there's those options for back ends. You could also go for, I call these the pistol back ends, which basically just turns it into a full-blown SMG/pistol for those people who don't want to run front grip, or just want to run stocks that have, sorry guys, the Picatinny rail, or just want to do like what I've done, because when I tend to run her in pistol format, obviously want to keep the ability to chuck it back in the kit, so you don't want to pull off the whole frame and remove the back end and all of that nonsense. So you literally just pull out 2 screws, one here, one on the opposite side, and then all you do is screw out this screw here or bolt, and then you literally screw out this bolt, chuck that over your safety, screw that back in, your back end's on, you chuck that bolt back in, chuck the other bolt back in. That's your uncle. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it for you guys in a video just to show you. Today was just like a preview. You also, but that's that pistol format. So for those of you who want to, like me, run it SMG, but or have the days where you can literally just pop it round the corner and cut your head round the corner and take a shot as you would with a pistol. Whereas something like this, you definitely have to shoulder it. You definitely have to. Well, you don't have to. You can do the free aiming thing because the kit's so light, but you find you get a bit more comfortable, and where the gun has so much recoil, naturally you want to shoulder them shots. I've seen this a lot in CQB. Them shots that are shouldered are the shots that's hitting. So rather than me having to take 10 shots, I've taken 3 and I've hit him. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's that. And then you have different back ends for those of you who want to go for more like the MP5, MP7 look, kind of like SMG, light, ultra lightweight. This is what I call the ultra lightweight, because it literally weighs the same as this does. And I know you're probably looking at me like, that's a lie. This thing at the end is metal, so the weight of that accumulates to the weight of this whole thing. And I'll show you another thing, because this is balanced weight, it's over a space, it balances out the kit a bit better than something that's slightly back heavy. This what still, don't get me wrong, this thing still works wicked for a pistol, but it works wicked for a pistol because where it's in pistol format, the back end heavy balances out the gun's recoil. So it's quite interesting how the gun works in these different systems. And then lastly, I'll show you, there's a few other systems coming, but I'm just showing you what I call the core systems. These are the core systems that will be on sale straight away, kind of thing. And then this is another specialist system. This is something I'm currently working on for myself, which is it's meant to be a SMG style system, but it's basically the conversion between a SMG system to what you would call a PDW. Some people might disagree with me, but that's what I was going for. It's like you can see here, very similar back end, but I've gone for more the adjustability option, similar to how I would with a buffer tube, but through a railed system. This one's still under work and production because we have to basically, we're not fined because we've already got one, but we've basically got to trim the kits down so that it can do its sliding function a bit better. But currently, like you can see, even if you want, I've got a mate who was saying to me he wants to buy it to just run it like that, which I found quite interesting, because I was just like, you got all this space for no reason. But he said something which was really cool. He was like, I'll just fill it with CO2 cartridges, and when my HPA runs out, I'll fill it with CO2 cartridges. And I was like, that's very interesting. Heavy, a very heavy carry, but very interesting. Yeah, and everybody's different, innit? This is what makes airsoft fun, because everybody comes with different ideas and opinions. So yeah, this is essentially what I'd call like the PDW stock. or stock bar. Even though it's not really a bar, it's more stock, let's say. But yeah, so those are the 3/4 core options. To be fair, this one's still under production, so this isn't an option to the average viewer. That will be more option for the 1-0 boys and people who closely play with us. Your core options will be the ones you see here. So something that ventures out into something like that, into like a 3D printed stock, something like this which ventures out into just a pistol with Picatinny rail, or something like this which is more like the SMG vibe, plastic ultra lightweight, or something like this which gives you the option to run whatever buffer tube you want. We're also going to be dropping some of these for the first 10 to 50 people that purchase will get a free adapter in. I'm trying to work out getting bolts in for you guys as well, just to make sure that your assembly process was nice and simple and easy like mine, which is again cool for those of you who want to just run a GoPro or run a little action cam, or even if it's none of that and you just want to put a scope cam there that doesn't affect any of your Picatinny rails, at least you have the option. So without further ado, I'ma love y'all and leave y'all there on this video.
Church and all of that. We saying part 20, the finale. Imagining live sessions is done for me. It's crazy. I remember when we recorded part 1, 2 and 3. Remember when we shot the first couple of videos. It's crazy. God is great, eh? Here but I'm gone, guess we rarely speaking. Big Zubber and brown juice, the beat kicks in. Reminisce about old days, the barrel spin. Now I pour out my pain just to see win-win. Pray for them, the next gens, they sin. Go so hard in this thing and have no next of kin. It's so sad in this life, what we do to win. They just lined up a upper, ain't no shape up thing, survival of the fittest. No one showing pity, reporting from a first-hand view. I love my city, 12 loco, be circulating. If you slip then they're escalating. Watch your team close, yeah they're penetrating. More time the ones that phony be hesitating. Forever shaking, you a foe if I ain't mistaken. Stayed so loyal to the cause when my back was breaking. Hand on heart, looked me in my eyes but you was faking. Heart was breaking, I was trying to heal cause I was aching. I tell them chase your dreams, build this music, it's a faith thing.